People say, she rides wild horses, she must be crazy. Well, maybe I am. I've been kicked, stepped on, thrown, trampled, and bitten. I've ridden the back of a stampeding horse that was afraid of its own shadow. Through it all, I love working with horses. Crazy or not, my name is Jessica Price. Today, I would like to share with you a little bit about bareback and bridleless, the ultimate bond. I've had a lot of different experiences with all kinds of horses, but those experiences have taught me what my ancestors, the Native Americans, knew a long time ago. You must bond with your mount and become one before you can really live up to the full potential of what the pair of you can achieve. A long history of respect for themselves and for their horses has brought the Native American horsemen to the forefront in training, riding, and general showmanship. Respect for the animal is the first step along the trail of teaching a horse. They don't just view the horse as something to carry you from place to place, but as a companion, a cohort in the adventure ahead of them. Here's a quote from Chief Dan George. "If you talk to the animals, they will talk with you, and you will know each other. If you do not talk to them, you will not know them, and what you do not know, you will fear. What one fears, one destroys." With this perception, it becomes obvious that the Native American rider is not merely a trainer of horses, but that they acknowledge the power within the animal itself. The Native Americans trained their horses to ride with no saddle and no bridle so that they would have 2 free hands for hunting. Can you imagine having so much trust in your horse, being able to run full speed toward a herd of buffalo, holding on to your horse, your companion, with nothing but leg muscles and trust? Not only did this build the ultimate bond between horse and rider, but it helped the Native Americans succeed in ways that no other horseman had. Since the training of Native American horses in the West, there have been different trainers that have practiced and excelled in this technique. Before you even get on your horse, you must learn to bond with him. Gain his trust so that the two of you can work as one team. Things you can do to create this bond are grooming, bath time, enjoy each other's company, and just spending time with him. Horses are herd animals, and it's an instinct to follow a leader. To be that leader for your horse, you must let him know that you are going to take care of him, and show him that he can trust you so he's willing to follow you. Once you have your horse's trust, you must be patient with the training. Go slow and be very repetitive. This is how horses learn best. If that is a saddle and bridle, then the rider should start off in the saddle and bridle and slowly remove them. No matter what your riding level is, whether you're a beginner or an expert, you can achieve natural horsemanship. It is smart for the rider to start off with tack they are currently comfortable in. When starting the training process, make sure you have specific cues set and do not change them. Changing cues will confuse the horse. You can use these cues in the saddle, in the bridle, in a bareback pad, or straight up bareback. One of the main cues used by horsemen today is pressure. Horses move away from pressure, which is how neck reining works. So as you direct your horse to the right with the bridle, use your leg, more specifically your left calf, to move the horse to the right also. Once the horse moves, release the pressure. This rewards the horse for moving and is the first step in the training process. There are different types of reinforcement used in training. The 2 most common are negative and positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is reinforcement used by rewarding the horse when they do well. This works because the horse wants to please you and continues the action to get the reward. The other type is negative reinforcement, and this works by disciplining the horse when they don't do what you are asking. This works because the horse wants to please you and tries to avoid the punishment in future events. I have personally used both and find that positive reinforcement works better because it uses reward to the horse to get what you want and helps that bond between horse and rider. Negative reinforcement can be beneficial and help show dominance, but going overboard can cause a horse to be frightened of human contact. Generally, movement from the lower leg means go faster, and movement from the upper leg means slow down. So kicking with your heels tells your horse to speed up, while squeezing with your quads tells your horse to slow down. This is another tool you can use in everyday riding, whether in the saddle or bareback. It works the same way. Remember, repetition is the key. As soon as the horse responds to all cues without the aid of saddle and bridle, you have achieved natural horsemanship, and that is something to be proud of. It can take years to achieve this, and as one that has ridden and trained with this method, I can tell you, it's worth every minute. Great horses and horse people are hard to find. Most of them only exist in stories, and those stories hardly ever focus on amazing saddles or fancy tack. No, most of them focus on horse and rider's abilities and relationship. The great stories tell us how horse and rider should act as one. Although it's difficult, believe me, I know, it's difficult, and it may take a really long time. It's worth a try. Be patient, and who knows, one day you and your horse might become the stuff of legends. One day, people may tell stories about you. Today, I have covered some history of natural horsemanship, including Native American horsemanship, and steps taken to achieve this method of riding. People say she rides wild horses. She must be crazy. Well, maybe I am, but I'm in love with every minute of it.